Welcome to the Rich Carroll program. Thank you for joining me once again. I am your host, Rich Carroll. I have two stories today I want to talk about. The first one takes place on March 5th. A student was arrested for leaving a homemade backpack bomb at Pineview High School in St. George, Utah. And after failing to detonate, the backpack began to smoke, which prompted students to immediately report it. And thank God nobody was hurt. But the Deseret News reported it was also determined that the male had been researching information and expressing interest in ISIS and promoting the organization. Police believe the same teen is responsible for graffiti sprayed on a wall at Hurricane High School that stated, quote, "ISIS is coming," and for replacing the high school's flag with an ISIS flag in February. Now let's travel across the country to my neck of the woods, Austin, Texas. 3 package bombs have been detonated in the past 2 weeks, and authorities believe they're all connected. The packages are being left on people's porches and blowing up when they're being opened. 2 of the bombs exploded this past Monday. 2 people have died and 2 more have been injured. Now, before I go on, I just want to let you know that if you are in this area, in Austin or the surrounding area, there is a way you can help. Governor Greg Abbott is offering up to $15,000 for help in identifying the person or the people behind these explosions. If you have any information at all or any tips, you can call 1-800-252-8477 or text the letters DPS and your information to the number 274-637. Okay. So we've had a little bomb problem here in America the past couple of weeks. And you probably know right where I'm going with this, but I can't help myself. I mean, think about it. We're not seeing Utah students paraded across media platforms, telling Congress to cut ties with the bomb lobby, and we're not seeing calls to ban assault bombs or to raise the age to buy a bomb to 21, probably because explosives are heavily regulated by the ATF. So much so that, if I read the site correctly, you can't take an explosive off your property without the proper ATF license, or you're going to be in violation of the law. But yet, even with the restrictions, bombs are still being used to harm and kill people. This is just another example to me how futile gun control really is, because evil will find a way to carry out its will. But this isn't what I wanted to spend the entire show discussing. In fact, I want to change the direction of this show, because I don't want to get behind this microphone every week and just spout my opinion. I believe one of the biggest problems in our country is we don't listen to one another, and we don't have enough honest conversations. So I want to tell you about a discussion I had on Facebook with a friend who identifies more on the liberal spectrum. And we had a quick exchange about whether it's constitutional or not to raise the rifle buying age to 21. Now, don't get me wrong, I have argued against raising the age. In fact, I support dropping the handgun purchase age to 18. But during our discussion, my buddy brought up an interesting point. He said he doesn't see an age hike as an infringement because the Constitution doesn't specify an age limit on the right to bear arms. Now, that gave me pause, because I haven't given much thought on gun purchases from that perspective. Now, some of you are probably yelling at the screen right now saying, "Oh, you should have said this," or you're thinking of ways that I could have responded. And I have my own opinions, but that's not what I want to dwell on. I want to dwell on the fact that his statement did give me pause. And I just want to ask, how often do we have these moments when we genuinely think, I haven't thought of it from that perspective? And I share this story for 2 reasons. Number one, I want to practice what I preach. I said when I first started this program, I said I want to reach out. I want to listen to the other side. And I don't want this show to be one-sided the entire time. I am very open to hearing different opinions. And reason number two, if we are ever going to have a civil discussion and address the issues of the day, then we have to be willing to have conversations with people we may not necessarily agree with. Did I change my buddy's viewpoint on gun control? Probably not. Did he sway me on agreeing to raise the gun buying age to 21? Not really. But then again, that's not always the point, is it? Sometimes it's good to just be listened to. It's good to be heard. Because it feels like in our very tribal-like culture these days that nobody is listening to each other. And I just want to convey that we can share our opinions all day long, but what are we going to gain other than the approval of our peers that agree with us? Are we ever going to reach the other side if we never reach out to them? And that's the thought I want to leave with you today. I'm Rich Carroll. Thank you for tuning in. God bless.